Hi, this is Scott from SaaS Startup Stories, and today my special guest is Sarah Jenkins. Sarah is based in California and is the CEO at Genesis Digital. Their mission is to drive success through world-class business solutions that include Webinar Jam, EverWebinar and Kartra. Sarah, are you ready to rock and roll?
I sure am, man. Let's go.
All right, let's do it. So let's start off with your background and what initially got you interested in working with SaaS.
So I started when I was really young, wanting to be my own boss, wanting to own my own company. And I was a good employee, but I really wanted to do what my boss was doing. So I started doing fitness, and then I started doing fitness marketing. And the more I learned about the SEO and the fitness space was super great. And marketing was really the key to make any business successful. And then we took that and we're like, hey, what do we need to market? Well, you need a website, you need video, you need membership sites. So we ended up, having Kartra with all those things that you need all in one space. But honestly, when we were doing a video for the Video Boss launch, we did 8 hours of video hosting, interviewing top industry experts in marketing just to launch this marketing product. And it was $100,000 to do the video hosting. And I was like, there's got to be another way. So I took the problem that we had and saw a way to create it. And we first started with just a Google Meet layover to do Webinar Jam. That's how we started. We just developed and went from there.
Excellent. All right, so tell me a bit about the Genesis Digital suite of products and how, when combined, they're an all-in-one solution.
Well, I'm a huge fan of video. From the very, very beginning, when we did that, Video Boss was the first product that my late husband and I did back in the day. It was how to make more money than anything with video and how to launch your product using just an iPhone. So I'm a huge proponent of video, and that's why we did Webinar Jam, which was a great success. And then EverWebinar was just fixing the problems Webinar Jam had. It needs to record. It needs a chat feature. You need to have links to your product in the chat, like pop up when you say this and this and this in your video. But the same problem happened with Webinar Jam. We still need a webinar place to hold it, like a page. Where are we going to put our webinar? A page. So we needed a website. We needed a sales funnel. We needed an email list. So we're still using everything we use to launch our products, but using video to do it. So you make more money than anything with video. But now we've got all the components to actually do your whole business on the internet. It's not piecing together all those other softwares.
Yeah, exactly, like sticky taping them together. So I know that's a bit of a nightmare from my experience. Yeah.
Yep. The APIs drop and your whole business is gone.
Exactly, yeah. All right, so what are some of the biggest challenges you've faced as a female CEO?
Oh, man. People love to tell me what to do and think that I'm too young for my position. I'm just a girl that's, a mom and probably doesn't know what she's doing. When I became a widow, I had a team come to me and say, well, here's what we've done for other widows when their husbands passed away. We help them understand their company. And I was like, I'm going to stop you there. I've been in charge of this company since the beginning, and I've been running it for 3 years. Whether he passed away last week or 3 years ago is irrelevant. This is my company. Now what can you do for me? So the underestimating me was huge, and it's been really funny.
Okay, a little bit frustrating. Yeah. So what are your tips for handling crucial conversations with business partners and employees?
Man, so I guess maybe hard conversations with your business partner has to be more humbled. And with your staff, they have to have your respect already. So if you don't have that, they're not going to listen to you no matter what you say. And you can show your strength and show that you're the boss and you're in charge. You know what they need to do. But your partner is different. So you come at that with more of a humble mentality.
Yeah. So
if that makes sense.
Yeah, that would include showing empathy as well, I guess.
That's the employee part. That's the part I am more of a get up and get it done person. So when I have an employee that has a challenge where they don't feel as needed in the company, I have to rejigger my own thoughts and be like, okay, how can I help them understand that they are needed? And so then I have to go back and think about the empathy part.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. All right. So speaking of employees, I see you have over 100 global staff. How have you been able to coordinate and manage so many people? Must be difficult.
It's a little overwhelming sometimes, but if you've got the best people, if you have the loyalty and good work ethic of your top people in each department. So with software, you're going to have your developers, you're going to have your customer service, and you're going to have your ops department. So that would be your finance, your HR, if you have that. And so each of those departments should have somebody that you're talking and working with very closely, and then trust them to manage that team and help them learn how to manage a team that they need to grow. And at that point, it's very, very easy, because then they're only managing this many people. And I say you should only have maybe 5 direct reports. That's pretty much true.
Yeah, so just breaking it down into departments.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And
all right. So,
honestly, Scott, when you're
yep.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, keep going. Sorry, I'll cut you off.
Oh, I said when you're smaller, it's not, you can put people in departments, but there's going to be some scope creep. There's going to be people that are in HR that are also doing hiring and payroll. That's not an accounting role. So until you grow, you won't have the standard departments that you necessarily have in the beginning, and that's okay. You still should only have 5 reports with those titles or departments, so you can manage what your business has going on.
Okay, and what would those 5 departments be?
Well, you've got ops, so your HR and
Yep.
your accounting, your development, your customer success, your marketing, and then anything else in between.
Okay, yeah, makes sense. All right, so being so busy, how do you manage to handle the work-life balance?
Oh, I'm a huge, huge proponent of work-life balance. I actually have 5 kids, and 3 of them are homeschooled. So I can compartmentalize very well. I think it's important to set aside those times of the day, which is, this is your business, even though as entrepreneurs, our business mind is always going. This is the part of me that is for, my husband, spouse, whatever. This is the part of me that is for my children, for whatever they need today. And being able to manage and make sure you give everyone those important parts of you is hard, but it's manageable. You can do it. You can focus on that one thing. If you're an entrepreneur, you know how to focus when you need to.
Well, so you're actually doing the homeschooling yourself, are you?
Well, it's mostly kid-led. So they read the instruction, they
Right.
print out their worksheet, they do a test to see if they learn. If they have questions, they can come to me, and I have a nanny that looks over it. But yeah, they do it mostly themselves.
Okay, excellent. All right, what would you say are the secrets to your success?
Oh man, secrets. Learn so much. And again, that humility part of when you're changing your mindset or you're stubborn in what you know you have to do, there's parts of you as an entrepreneur that has to be steadfast in what you're doing, and you're going to be successful. And the other parts of you that has to be humble and say, I need to learn here, and talk to other people around me that know better than me. Going to events, buying courses, listening to podcasts is a great way to learn from others who have already done it.
Absolutely. Always never-ending improvement. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, my son actually asked me, he said, Mom, is there a college for entrepreneurs or business owners? I said, absolutely there is, but it's not a college per se. It's, you put your money towards learning and education that you need to learn for your company, your business. You need to be business entrepreneurial learning all the time.
Yeah, it's not like a traditional education or a formal course. Yeah. Yeah, I've learned that as well. Yeah. So what would you say?
Well, look behind you, Scott.
Oh, well, yeah, absolutely. Yes. Yeah. So what would you say your 3 most important tips for growing a company?
Get the loyal people behind you that know what they're doing. Like, your strongest team is going to help push you forward. So that's one. Learning from others that have done it before you, with masterminds and people that are going to push you forward in growth. When you ask them questions, how did you get here? Take the answers and apply them. So you're always pushing forward in your company based on anyone else who's ever done it before has. And you'll know instinctively if their advice is good for your company or not. So get good people, learn from people who have done it before. And then I would say be conservative about your potential and be excited about your success. So we thought we'd, make $1 million on our first launch. we did, 6-7 million the first weekend. I was like, no way. So we were excited about it, but we were expecting a modest return, and it did just so well. It was very exciting.
What year was that?
2014.
Oh, okay. It was a fair while ago. I didn't realize it had been around so long.
Well,
interesting.
Yeah, that was actually, and after we did the Webinar Jam launch, we were working on different marketing products to go with it. And I turned the whole office and told them all to go home. And I said, we're going to be 100% remote because I want my husband home with me. I don't want to miss my kids, and I want to work from home. And everyone is hanging around the office, not doing what they should be doing. We're wasting time and money.
Yeah, makes sense. All right. What are your thoughts on using email marketing effectively to grow a SaaS business?
I think email marketing is key to any business. Truly, if you do it right, email marketing still converts. I know some people say it's dead and you got to look at social media, but email marketing converts, I think, better than any other marketing I've seen. And through your email marketing, you send people to your long form sales copy with a video.
Yeah. Nice. What advice do you have for reducing churn and turning customers into raving fans?
Well, as this is a podcast about software, it's going to be putting that money into improving your software with getting the right developers who see your vision and can illustrate it inside your software, and then getting amazing customer service. So if you are buying something and you're going to be frustrated if Disney Plus is down for the day, your kids are going to be grumpy. You're going to email customer service and ask for a free month. You might. And so what's Disney going to do? They're probably going to turn around and say, absolutely, you should have that free week or whatever, because we were down that day. We've failed you in our service. We're going to give it back to you in this other amazing way. Like, we have resort world-class customer service, and we work on it all the time, every day. How can we do better? How can we make our customers happier? Are we being fair? Are we being fans of our customers?
Okay. So if somebody's going to cancel, do you have like a cancellation funnel or some process where you ask for feedback why they're cancelling or something like that? Or
we do. We've allowed for self-cancel because it cuts down on customer service. And also, if they're going to cancel, there's no reason they should jump through hoops. They don't want to be with you. You don't want to be with them. It's okay. It's, breakups happen. We want to support them in a way that's best for their business, not our business. If our business is not the one, we wish you the best. But honestly, we ask for feedback. Did you leave for someone else? Did you leave because we failed you in some way? Or is it a price, or you're not ready for our software? And most of the time, our customers will say they didn't have a product and weren't ready for our software. And that's totally okay.
Yeah, it makes sense. Okay. So are there any plans to add more products into this suite of that you've already got, or are you able to expand on that? Is there any plans for the future for that?
So everything that we have, because we have membership sites, we have a help desk, we are taking our dev now and we're making our funnels the best funnel mapping software you can get. We want to compete with everybody on funnel mapping and do better. We want to do it easier, faster, stronger, whatever. So we're taking each of our features we have and making those dynamite. And then we'll add more as we see fit. But I don't know that there's much more we can add. We have surveys, calendars, membership sites, pages, funnels, campaigns. And we've got everything you really need.
Yeah, complete all in one. Yeah. Cool. So what would you say is the biggest challenge that new founders are experiencing with growing SaaS companies at the moment?
There are actually two challenges, I think, for probably the industry that you and I are in, that internet marketer industry. It's easier for us to know how to grow a product, whether it's your consulting, info product, or software. You know how to sell it. But with the growing SaaS companies around us every day, with more people putting out software, it's a little bit hard to stand out. It's hard to make sure that you're not going to be competing with Amazon for their products. You're not going to be looked at as a Silicon Valley regular software that's competing with the big boys.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess, I mean, you don't want to have too big plans too early, do you? You've got to sort of start small and, there's no point trying to be Amazon in 12 months. Yeah.
No, but start small, but do it well. So if you put out something
Yeah.
that's, better than most, and it will fit what your customers are looking for, release it. And then work on listening to your customers, getting surveys out and improving that product. And
Yeah.
you'll know what comes next. Your customers will tell you.
Absolutely. Yeah. Okay. So what's your favorite business book?
Oh, it's 100% How to Win Friends and Influence People.
Okay.
I read it constantly. I really enjoy it. It teaches me about how to handle my clients, how to handle my customers, and how to handle my business partners and other meetings that I go into. It's humbling every time I read it, and I highly recommend it. Joe Polish actually just put out, I'm looking for it, a brand new book that's sort of the updated version of How to Win Friends and Influence People. It's called What's in It for Them. It's really not about us at all. It's about the customer.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a very underrated book, that one. I've read it a few times.
It's definitely outdated. It's written for a man when you're in the meeting with all these men, and I'm like, oh, I'm in a meeting with all these men, so it works for me. But it's a little outdated, but I genuinely enjoy it, and I read it all the time.
Yeah, fair point. Okay, so what are you curious about or researching right now regarding SaaS and software?
We are researching AI.
Oh, okay. That's definitely the way of the future.
It is. And so if we're looking at funnel mapping where you drag and drop and it's going to be amazing, wouldn't it be really cool if you'd already done one funnel and the AI could tell you what your potential next funnel would be and how it could convert better?
Yeah, I haven't heard of that being done before. That's a new idea.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like a game changer. Yeah, interesting. Cool.
I like to change games.
Yeah, I can tell. All right, so just to wrap up, where can people go to find out more about Genesis Digital?
Genesis Digital is our parent company, so I'd recommend you look up Kartra, and Kartra.com is our sales page, and then we've got a decent Instagram account where you'll see some of our offers and some of our snazzy little ads, which are cool. Genesis Digital, if you want to learn about the company and the people, LinkedIn's always good.
Excellent. All right, thanks for coming on the show, Sarah. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I appreciate you. Thank you, Scott.